Okay, La Chiva is the demon in me, and I am La Chiva. You can find elsewhere why that is. This is the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery. Now, in the last segment or elsewhere, I have explained the roots of the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery in some abstraction. Now, I would like to say specifically for Patreon patrons, I would like to connect the dots, connect the roots to the dots, and say, this is how the money, some of you have been supporting us patrons, some of you for years, and you've been doing it on faith that I've been doing something and trying to figure out what the religious faith is and how it operates, and operating it in its erstwhile infancy. Now we're moving into a more adolescent phase, I think, where we're developing as a religious faith, and we're understanding kind of what we do and how you're helping us with that by being a patron on Patreon. Yes, I do have notation here I'm referring to. And so, how do we do each thing? Let's say, what do you help us with? Okay, divination. We provide it by donation. And as a patron, I love divining for anyone doing tarot readings and stuff, but we do it to explore our soul and to make a living. And so the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery does it by donation because it's a religion. And so if you donate by being a patron, some of the tiers, you just automatically get a divination. And we do them on the website for appointments. Now, an appointment with me, a consultation, what have you, a get together, a mutual care session with La Chiva is not just divination, it's whatever we need to do, whatever it's social services, spiritual, religious, social services, whatever you need. But we'll reach into the deck, we'll look at the cards, and we'll probably have a view of something through divination, the people's psychoeducation, I would say, the people's spiritu psychoeducation. That's what divination is. It's such a broad thing. So that's one thing you support us with. We also do pre-recorded divinations on the website. Now, in terms of making things, this is a big deal because we're producing music that we would consider to be the musical accompaniment or the hymns, the songs, the soundtrack of the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery. We'll release the music, even some of the working backstage kind of working out little bits on Patreon for you first. But really that takes a lot of development and a lot of resources to develop original music and make it nice, make it really nice. So that is expensive. So that's something we do. Now we also make imagery, paintings, this painting, so help for resources with that as well. And then, now if I forget something, I'll just have to come back to it, I guess. Oh, we do, and this is a part of magic spells and poetics and not divination exactly, not knowledge. We do, what would we do? We're a gallery, the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery. That means we exhibit people's fish stories. They're ecstatic exhibitions which contain their fish stories told in an ecstatic way. We have people on there, we have images, people who've made paintings, who've said things in recordings, videos, my own work from many years that led up to the founding of the religious faith. And so these are on the website in the ecstatic exhibitions section. Now that takes resources, and so being a patron on Patreon really helps us put on, and you are welcome, any patron is welcome to get in touch. We'll do your ecstatic exhibition, your fish story. It might take us time to pull it all together, but you give us a proposal, we'll do it. That's what, and we use the patron money from Patreon to put on those ecstatic exhibitions. Now, we do a podcast. That's a big deal. The ecstatic exhibition of La Chiva. No, that's the ecstatic exhibition. The esoteric education of La Chiva. The Esoteric Education of La Chiva podcast. There are loads of episodes available now, and we're producing them. They come out irregularly, but there are a lot of them, and they're growing, and I'm seeing it as a way to just converse in an official way on a regular basis with the public about the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery. And I put it together by doing one of the roots, talking about one of the roots, and then talking about a golden topic. So one of these many topics that I choose at random. See, it's a divination technique, even in the podcast. So there's a format to the podcast, and it's fun. And so that is something we produce and that you help us with by being a patron. So that's nice. We also will do more and more, because now I'm engaging more with the patrons and with Patreon, to say thank you for the years of support, but also to really now further the faith. So we're going to be doing ecstatic readings. Some of the readings of the texts of the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery will be on public view on the website, what have you, other venues, other platforms, and then some of it will be only here for you. And tarot, as I go through one card at a time, telling little stories, I'm gonna do that just for patrons at any tier. Any tier of membership gets the content of the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery. I don't withhold that from anyone. Or whatever extras I'm doing to just let you in on and things like that. It's all that's at any tier of membership opens up all of that. And then really, the reason you're helping at all, the only reason, is to make it free for anyone who needs it to be free. And even more than free, we might have to feed people. We do feed people I was gonna say, yes, so there's a suggested donation, but whatever anyone pays for a divination, 25% of that is handed maybe just to someone sitting on the street, or given to a streets kitchen, direct action, homeless, not charity, but a direct action organization who brings food directly and supplies and gives it directly to the people who need it on the street. So we support that. We give things directly. We would love to make a streets kitchen ourselves, and that is one of the goals. So being a patron on Patreon really helps us to get ready to do that kind of direct action that we're already supporting in a monetary way in our local community. It's a cottage operation here. We also are making some herbal medicine, but we're not ready to share that or sell it yet. So these are, I'm just trying to make sure if there's anything. So these are the things that you could be supporting us with, and maybe already are. So thank you if you're supporting us. The little gifts that you get are just that. They're just little fun things for us to do to engage with the faith, and that we do just to say thank you and welcome for being a part. So there's lots of ways to be a part, and we hope to see you here very soon in any capacity. La Chiva is the demon in me, and I am La Chiva, and this is the religious faith of Fish Story Gallery. And I have to do the button myself. So.